Mike, this is our anniversary. This is our true anniversary. I know we had a 1 year anniversary of the podcast, but from here on in, and God willing, there's a second one of these and more. This is the anniversary of CISOSeries.com, the official launch of the brand.
Okay.
When we completely, started launching on that site, and I own CISOSeries.com and stuff. So I thought I would bring you in, and virtually, if you can see right over here, Allan, he's there in Dallas, Texas. So we can see him on a camera over here to my right, but you can see him on the video screen. Allan, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Awesome. All right. So what I thought I'd do is just sort of do a year in review of the CISOSeries.com and tell you some of the stats. Phenomenal in terms of sponsorships. 47 sponsors.
Wow.
Yeah.
40 different?
Yes, 47 different sponsors across both podcasts.
Okay.
That's unbelievable.
That's amazing.
Yeah. We have, I've produced 60 videos since launching it.
Okay.
Wow.
There are close to 200 posts on CISOSeries.com.
All right.
And now let's go over, though, what were the most popular episodes. I'm talking about the CISO Security Vendor Relationship podcast.
Okay.
I'll mention that that one was the Bob Huber one was Please Don't Investigate Our Impeccable Risk Predictions. The Gary Hayslip one was You're Not Going Anywhere Until You Clean Up That Cyber Mess. And also the Will Gregorian one from Adapar, the CISO of Adapar, Passwords So Good You Can't Help But Reuse Them. All came in number 4.
All right.
I would say pretty much ties.
Okay.
Those were all excellent episodes.
Those were great episodes.
They're all but still not the best, the most popular
so there's still
episode.
more.
There's still more popular episodes. Number 3, Allan, was your episode with Dan Lorman that we recorded in Grand Rapids, Michigan, that live episode.
Oh, the live episode.
We take privacy, not our CISO seriously. So that one came in number 3.
Okay.
And by the way, and so the number 2, these top 2, I can't explain why they did so well, but they did do well.
Great.
It was Joey Johnson. He works, I'm trying to remember, Premise Health. CISO of Premise Health. His was our What Not to Do Security Selling Secret. And number 1, the most popular episode of the CISO Security Vendor Relationship podcast with Al Gauss of GE Digital, I believe.
Okay.
Great demo. Let's schedule a time to ignore your follow-up. So any thoughts on any of these, Allan or Mike?
I
Did you have a different favorite episode, or one of them your favorite?
Well,
one of those?
So my favorite one, and I even made a T-shirt about it, was the one with Bruce Schneier.
Oh yes,
I mean that was when I got to sit down and talk with basically like one of my heroes, and have a conversation, and really just chat security with someone who's been in the industry and is this paragon of our industry, and that was really my favorite episode.
Allan, any thoughts? I mean, I know this is not but you made number 3 in this list.
I'm surprised and shocked. I'm honestly, it's like, wow, I was part of the winning hits on the other podcast by sheer chance. It all worked out. We were up there in Michigan, and it was fun. It was absolutely fun. To Mike's point, the live aspect of it. It's the first time I'd done one live. I had a blast. I had an absolute blast, and would gladly do live again. That was a lot of fun.
Well, there is going to be a lot more live coming up. All right, now let's move on to Defense in Depth. Most popular episodes of Defense in Depth: the tool consolidation episode with Adam Glick.
That was a good one.
Mm-hmm. Bad best practices with Yaron Levy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And CISO Burnout with Gary Hayslip, 6 through 4.
Gary made both lists.
He made both lists, yes. All very, very good. And I think these touch people personally, some of these. Mm-hmm. So that's why I think they did so well. Your thoughts, Allan?
I was thinking it was the one where we gave away free money, but I'll go with those 3 episodes.
I don't remember the one we gave away free money, and I hope we don't owe anybody anything.
Keep listening, it might happen.
All right, so now let's go 3 to 1.
Okay.
And this is great. A sponsored guest episode. Similarly, we had a sponsored guest episode, the Bob Huber of Tenable. He was sponsored guest. Yaniv Bardayan of Vulcan, number 3, third most popular episode on vulnerability management.
Great.
Crazy popular topic, so that did very well. And Yaron Levy makes it twice on this list. Number 2, how CISOs discover new solutions, which is your passion, Allan. And I think it might have been a combination of your 2 passions. But the number one, and by the way, this is not a surprise, it was the topic of cybersecurity hiring. Anytime I've noticed talking
Hiring
about
is always a big
hiring,
topic.
huge. And we had Greg Vandergast on that one, #1 episode. So I got to just assume because it personally affects each individual, has like.
Well, and on both sides, right?
Yeah.
You've got both the people who are trying to do the hiring and the people who are trying to be hired.
Yeah. I would also mention, I want to say this about both shows. These shows still have a very long tail. The very first episode of both shows, so June 2018 for our show and January 2019 for Defense in Depth, both recently got about 200 listens each.
Sure. So Allan, what did you think was going to be the #1?
Oh, yeah.
What was your favorite?
What was my favorite Defense in Depth? The cyber hiring was definitely up there for sure. Bad best practices with your own was definitely up there. I'd say those are probably my favorite two of all the ones. So it coalesces pretty well.
All right. Excellent. That's good to know. All right. Now, I want to just talk about videos and articles. We'll close on this. I bet you can guess this. I wrote an article on the site that got crazy attention, and we talked about it on both shows. Or I don't know if we talked about it on Defense in Depth, but definitely we did it on CISO Vendor Podcast. The most popular article that was on CISOSeries.com. And by the way, head and shoulders over everything, like the widest gap of any content across the board.
Can I get a hint?
It was one of these things where I have like a number of tips.
You generated a list, and it was
generated a list of some sort.
It was your list of sales tactics not to do.
Bingo. Yes. It was, what do security vendors say or do that sets off your BS detector?
Yes.
That won ludicrous traffic on the site. Crazy traffic. That did very well. And that was also the #1 video, too.
Great.
Did that as well.
Consistent.
But also, we did one that Vulcan Cyber sponsored. The #2 most popular article was 25 Ways to Reduce the Friction of Vulnerability Management. Second most popular article on the site. And similar to that, again, a listicle article #3, 12 specific techniques to build relationships with CISOs. But I will also throw out the most popular, even though not the most popular, didn't make the top 6 in terms of episodes, it was the most popular post, was the single pane of glass for ignoring your vendor pitches, which came off of something you said essentially in response to what I said about, well, what do you think about these single pane of glasses? And you went off like it was the most horrible thing in the world.
Yes. Because it is. It's pretty much the worst thing ever.
Well, you like a single pane of glass, but the fact that every vendor is pitching
right,
theirs.
and that's where it is. There are an infinite number of single panes of glass.
Yes.
Yep.
So,
or as I like to call it, the dirty pane of glass.
Yes. And I'm closing up on for the most popular videos. Thankfully, videos that you guys have appeared in many times. My Man on the Street videos that I've done tons and tons of them. They're #1 through 3 in terms of popularity. All did very well. But
Beautiful.
4th most popular video is the video you and I did, Mike, of just thanking people for listening. So it's possible this is also a thanking for people listening to the show. This will do well as well.
Yes, but I think it's a similar thing. It's like we're talking to our audience here. And
yeah.
Yes.
All right. I realize I may have to cut this thing short because we're going over the time that LinkedIn will allow us to post a video. So I'm going to have to figure some way to edit this darn thing out. So I want to say thank you, Mike. I want to say thank you to Allan. I want to thank you to the audience and all our 47 sponsors. And by the way, we've got a lot more still very interested in sponsoring. So thank you for making this a phenomenal year for all 3 of us. And for everyone who's said incredibly nice things, as I have said many times in the past, I have a high tolerance for compliments.
It's true.
I believe Allan and Mike have that same high tolerance. Is that true, Allan?
I can take it. I can take a compliment. Don't be afraid to hit me with one.
Yeah, okay.
Not quite as high as yours.
Yeah. So I want to thank everybody for that. And if you see a weird edit in this video, it's because I had to limit it down to LinkedIn's 10. I think it is a 10-minute video policy. But maybe they don't have it because they allow for streaming video up to like hours.
We'll find out.
I have no idea. So maybe I won't have to edit this. We'll see. Thank you again. And thank you for supporting the CISO series and both of our podcasts.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.